So this morning, hello.
Oh, hi.
Just now tuning in. Aaron and I are doing a gate. It's the final design. This neat pointed infinity symbol and beyond. So we're gonna try to make some fish, and I still haven't purchased enough flat bar. Shout out. Here's a little insight to how the steel markets work. Yesterday I purchased 3 flat bars, 2 1" by 1/8 and 1 3/16 by 1¼ from Steel Services locally. Picked them up, cost $30-some. This morning, because I was made aware that I didn't buy enough, I went to buy a Tractor Supply.
He was made aware yesterday, not this morning.
But I wasn't gonna do anything about it yesterday. These 2 sticks of 72-inch long 1" flat bar cost $33 at Tractor Supply when I could have bought a 20-foot stick of this locally for like $10. Congratulations, Mr. Supply. We're helping keep you in business.
Still better than Ace.
Yeah, still better than Alro. Alro quoted us a stick of 1x3 rectangular tubing, this stuff, 14 gauge yesterday. This is $60-ish from BMG. Guess how much it was from formerly Ace Steel here in town. Now
type it in the
Steel.
chat. Or type it in the comments below.
Leave a comment down below. You're wrong. It was $440.
That's the F you go away price.
$440. A local steel place buried in the neighborhood behind Black Dog that we supported for over a decade is basically like, here's your price. And I just can't imagine, like, what if you needed steel and you've never bought steel before and that was just the first place you Google and you're just like, I guess that's the price.
I guess that's what it costs.
The stupid tax.
That's being pretty aggressively penalized for being stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this is going in here.
That's going in there. You're gonna take
Amount of these.
floppy boys.
Cut them.
Segment them like halfway through, and you decide where they go. And then bend them.
Okay.
And then gate.
Yeah. All right.
There may be a couple question mark steps in the middle there, but
It's all good.
that's what making is.
Yeah,
Question mark
exactly.
steps.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Fishes. I'm making fishes.
Oh, how satisfying is that?
That is very satisfying. However, when I'm going to bend it, I'm running into an issue that I think we can solve with our shop saver. I'm bending it, and as I come around,
Ooh, she gonna bend.
she bends, and you see she actually cants right there.
It's almost as if you've created a weak spot in the metal.
I know. So, I was thinking we could maybe cut out some spacers that can act as a form that would allow me to clamp on this, like some Stewie heads, perhaps?
Yeah, for sure.
Clampable Stewie head.
Well, because we drew the whole thing in CAD, if I come in here and like export this
Pull one out.
inner, you're saying sort of spaces for the end of the clamp to live in that.
Yeah, well, originally I was thinking just something to fill the void as I bend it, but because the way it's bending at a phase, like it's
Isn't
twisting.
that interesting?
I think what would actually be helpful is cutting 2 of them, sandwiching them
To give it some dimension.
exactly to eat up that whole inch. Unless you want to do 2 half-inch sheets.
I don't. I very clearly do not.
But like maybe if you could figure out a way to allow me to clamp, I'm thinking like woodworking style of doing a
Like how they make boats, sort of that sort of
like a
incremental
form,
clamping.
exactly. So I can kind of sneak up on the bend and not put so much pressure right at that weak spot.
Well, if I were to create, and I don't know what clamps you're using, but if I were to create like half moon shapes,
You know I love my pony clamps,
your squeezies.
my little ponies.
You like squeezable clamps and squeezable mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Looks like it. a bad dental office logo.
Yeah, so that outer will be solid, and there should be enough meat in between. And then some holes for bolting them together.
Like just like 2 index points.
Near this, over this. Symmetry is not possible. If the 3 holes are in the middle, you still might have side fumbling.
Well, that's when we have to connect the amplification lunar wane shaft.
That's right. Right. And might work if necessary.
The shop saber, I think, is capable of that. From what I've heard.
I outfitted our shop saber with hydrocoptic marzal vanes.
The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic marzal vanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented.
It looks terrifying, actually. Yuck.
Big mouth.
It does look like it's disgusting.
What have you done?
My creation.
17.665. It is 18 by 5, so let's see what we got material-wise. Shop saber! Saber Nation, bro.
Nation, y'all.
Part of the Saber Nation. Is thicker more helpful?
Yeah, for
more
sure.
Thicker equals more better?
Always.
All right. Coming in hot. I switch out of fine cut consumables to a nice 65 amp. Just like that. Wow.
Gotta love these new Sync TM consumables.
Yes, the Hypertherm Sync trademark consumables are very nice. Trademark, copyright.
So easy to install.
We can get one out
Once
of
we
each
cut
of those.
one, you can use one to hold up.
And use a router cable.
Yeah, if you wanna. Will it fit on this?
One will.
Well, we'll cut one, and then we'll have one, and then we can hold that one up and see if there's enough material there.
Feel good enough about that.
Yeah.
Square-ish.
They call me the Napster. Might be my favorite noise ever. 3/16 mild, 65 amps. Don't have to change the machine because it's so smart.
No!
Football gate clamp, engage.
Disgusting mouth.
Bet we could get another one out of this. Oh wait,
I love it.
I need that. So here's a little plasma redneckery.
I like this.
So this is the bottom. And then you just line up the vertical and that should work.
Wait, try to actually jump kick the camera.
There.
Your turn.
Oh!
Yes.
That's what we want.
Yes.
Oh.
That's amazing.
No more side fumbling.
Side fumbling has been eliminated. All right, so we're gonna make progress on this porch gate today. Aaron's got the frame. Well, there's already been progress made. This is the result of the homemade pyramid post cap. That's nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth. We cut out a flat pattern on the chop saber, folded it, and then Aaron seam welded it, and yeah, kind of like that. But this one, I look like hammered dog doo-doo. So I tried again without the flange because I can't really bend that. This goes on the desk now. But today, gonna use the shop saber and cut out some 4x4 plates that we use all the time for mounting rails and posts. Aaron is starting to fine tune our football molds that we made yesterday. I keep thinking of Hey Arnold.
Yeah, same.
And that should help us bend these Christian fish into shape. Praise Jesus. Woo. I'm excited to see this come to light. It's
fun.
It's like in reference to those Egyptian old world panels.
Yeah.
This is like the new school technique, you know? God knows what they used to create. I mean, they were so good. It's symmetrical. Yeah, God does know. Yeah. Anyway, let's cut some plates. Aaron's here, I'm there. We'll both be here later. Cue the montage. So we're running into a bit of a problem, but we're trying to explore this. These are springs, and when you remove them from the mold, they want to do what springs do and
Close, in this instance.
yeah, it's an always closed spring. So if this doesn't work, we might have to explore some rolling and or hot forming, but I think we're getting closer. What'd you say?
That's a good one. I like it.
Well, we finally got a process.
Yeah, we do have a
figured
process.
out. So this is very similar to how those original ones were done, the Egyptian panels. They were probably all hot bent. I don't think there's any spring tension in those things. But we got our spacers here, which is just the middle segment of that football. I think this is how we assemble them.
Yeah.
And we just look down, use the frame as a line to cut.
I like it.
Let's have lunch
6 more.
and then bang them out. Yeehaw.
Bang, bang.
It opens almost exactly 90.
That gate gates.
That gate gates.
The math is mathing. A little sag, like an 1/8 inch sag, but that's to be expected. We're gate tuning. We're fine tuning the gate. That's a little flat.
Okay. Perfect. There it goes.
We've got the process worked out for these fish, and we're going to show you how we do it. So we start by take 2 pieces and they notch together, right? So we have our X. We pull the X against that point there, and that gives us our starting point. We usually start by taking this, using our Langmuir fixture table and clamp system, clamping that X at the point. And now we can shape it down like so. Grab one like that, right? And then over here, we have spacers made, which is just the intersection of that, right? So we can put this over here and wrestle this one around. Maybe one of those gray clamps over there. Okay, so we've got our general shape roughed out, right? So now what we're looking at the whole time is making sure it's relatively flat. And if we have opportunities to do something like so, clamp that down. And then I will tack the center together here. Okay. Aaron throws that on. That's a very important step.
You can't miss that step.
Yeah, you throw that on the floor. And then we take these 100-year-old, made in the USA, what does it say? Anyway, some blacksmithing tongs. We were heating this, but then we realized we can pretty much hold for them. We grab this at the right spot, squeeze, like so, and then I'll pivot, re-grip through that, and then he grabs
Largemouth bass.
So then we throw that on there, and it's clamped. I'll check one more time. And now I just stick my MIG gun in here and make them and marry them. Take that off and have one more gander.
Yeah.
Straight.
Look at that one.
So that's tacked, this is tacked, and now we can undo our clamps. And I grab another one of these spacer plates, and as soon as Aaron has all the clamps off that side, and it's very crucial that you miss it. Pop that in there, that maintains orientation, and then we flip.
Try and remember that, Todd. Doesn't always work.
Yeah, Aaron will, it's very important that you burn your hand on that. Yeah. And then so we got a section of this T-iron, we call it. Take our clamp and throw it in here. We actually cut the tip off here so we have a clamping surface. Pull that crotch into the point there. And then we do the same thing. Some heavy petting. And then do a little squincher squeeze. Squeeze. Yeah. And then re-grip.
Look at that.
Squeeze. Put the collar on. Love it. Yeah, this is our fastest one yet.
Yeah, this is impressive.
Just for you guys.
All we needed was a camera. Yeah.
All right. Now we remove the supports. And voila!
Wow, look at that.
And now we add to the stack of ones we've prepared earlier. And we have one more to go.
Uno más.
One more to go. While they're out, probably fully weld and dress those joints.
Yeah, I'm only doing it now. You know, it's gonna go easier. Yeah, quick. How's it go? Okay. Is that
That's about would be. We're looking for not a
335.
whatever you want to do.
And that.
And that is how you do that.
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm feeling fat and sassy this morning.
There we go.
Tig was at the vet this morning. She's great.
Okay.
Rabies shot and 2 others, and they scraped some gunk out of her ears.
Was she freaking out?
Gross. She was freaking out in the car, and once we got there, she was cool.
That's good.
I think if I'm there to place her in a new stressful environment, as long as I'm there, she's gonna be okay,
That's typically how it goes.
which is a nice feeling.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're back on this. Yesterday we got the post done, the hinges tacked on, frame welded and balanced, and we got all the fish welded. I welded and ground the middle seams here and dressed the faces. So these are ready to be sized and inserted into the frame. Aaron's working on the latch mounting system. I'm gonna lean on the shop saber to cut out some a mating piece, insert some pictures from a gate I did several years ago. That's sort of the inspiration for this, for a squeezy type latch. And then looks like Aaron took these all the way. Well, why don't you explain? What'd you make here?
So what this is a security device of sorts. These bullet hinges are really great because they're very simple and very durable. They just kind of lift and set down in there. And there's a bearing and a grease port, and all that is really fantastic, except for the component that you could kind of pick this up and just disassemble it, which is
Run away with it.
which is not, some situations that's ideal, being able to take a gate off easily, some it's not. This is a residential application, so we're gonna err on the not side on that. So what I did is I took some angle and some round bar that match that profile, and what we're gonna do is create a stop right here, and these will bolt and thread after powder right down on there.
That is elegant, my friend.
And then we have a mechanical stop.
You got to work a little harder to get it off.
Yeah,
As a thief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll draw some attention.
Although I think if you're coming to somebody's house with a toolbox, you're gonna find a way in.
Yeah. Also, step over it.
Yeah.
Welcome to How to Rob. Speaking of bank robbing, in my shop rehab that I'm working on right now, I
You still have that safe.
have that safe.
Oh, we got to cut it open.
I think we need to bring it down here and just
You have a mystery safe?
set up. I've got, when I bought my shop, the previous owner, I bought my shop from the guy who built the shop. He had sold it to someone who was running a paint operation on it, and we've talked about painters. But he passed away due to nefarious needle-related addictions. Yeah, that does that. But he had a safe. He worked alone. He had a safe in his shop that is looks like a 90s safe. It's not like Siskits was being used.
Yeah.
And
You have no idea what's in it.
there's probably not anything in it, given like there's probably there was money in it, and then he died, so he probably used whatever was in it on that last run. But
Yeah.
most addicts don't have stashes of
Big
cash,
savings. No.
but it's worth maybe checking out.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'd love to crack it. You mentioned this years
concrete.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, coming up next on Lift Arc's Builds, we crack a safe.
Lift Arc destroys. So, for this,
Put some fish in there.
put some fish in.
Let's go fishing. Get in the car.
Hey! Jeez! I'm gonna have to lay down like a dog.
Unflip one side.
Nope. Nope, no hot stove.
You got me.
I think a lot of people would. I think
All right, let's just dry fit some parts and see if I'm crazy or not. So that, doing that. Wow, I got very lucky with that bottom quarter round.
There's a, yeah, because there's a slight.
A big hump right there.
I like it.
I like it too. Let's see how off we are. Let's see how much height.
It's pretty level.
Because
this is anything to go by.
it,
That bone's flat, and it's within a degree of being level.
it's funny because it doesn't look level to me.
It looks.
You know, a level would have been something nice to bring. We should go get a level.
Yep. Okay, back with levels.
No more guessing.
Was the phone right?
Not at all. So we either need to go down more on that side. Not much. We're about, okay, much. Like half an inch. So either up half an inch here. All right, so really it's 3 all the way around now. So 3-inch gap between the column and the post. We can fill this gap and then control racking. I want this thing to feel rock solid.
That was my thought. Is like, can we do an offshoot of a fish?
Okay. It's like 3 1/16 here and 3 there. Because we're only. And there's also the question of assembly. If there are to be screws sunk into here, how do you
Correct. Typically.
Theoretically is.
Because either way, at this point, we've determined that we're going to be right up against this regardless.
Teamwork.
Meat pockets.
Meat pockets.
I mean, dude, at this point, I'm tempted just to lop that plate off and extend the tube. Simply put, I cut 1.5 inches of square tube and extended it and re-welded this, and then went ahead and fully welded the hinges. So that way we kept Aaron's handiwork here on the pyramid cap.
Very nice.
So it is level and true and ready to go. And I guess what I could work on is the strap, the column of the piece. Meanwhile, Aaron's making great progress here. And now we weld. Commence the spattering. Fish sauce on our fish gate. Give a man a GoPro.
That looks sick.
That's cool. Hey, can someone bring that giant square over here?
Oh, the herniator?
Oh, there it went. Popped out of the bag.
I was about to like try to catch it with the GoPro. I was like, that's all I can do. I'm sorry.
All three of us yell, it's on a barrel.
That's good.
Oh! That took way too long for me to know that it was on.
Sorry.
On our little latch system, well, bridge. And up there with that, and then we can just kind of take it over and figure out what looks best, mark it. Get that on there. Now to the latch.
Yeah, so we're kind of waiting on the latch. I love it.
I do too.
It's very nice. Oh yeah, I guess it's limited in one direction.
That's swinging in though.
Yeah.
So
I can carve some off that corner.
Oh, and it hits the bump going that way. It looks great.
Well, I think if you're cool with me just like knocking off a little bit of that hinge plate.
Yeah, in fact, I probably should have just cut that whole, the top 3/8 of this pad off.
Sure.
But that would fix that way, which is the out, opening out.
Yeah.
We really want as much of that as we can.
yeah.
And opening in, I'm pretty sure these two tubes will touch if these brackets aren't here, which I liked. Completely forgot about that. But if you want to soften that corner. All right. Well, we're about done. We'll see you when we've done more. What are you doing?
Drilling holes. I'm hogging that out. Hogging out a hole.
Nice.
Because I made the sleeve for our pin. So drill that out, knock that down a little bit, tuck that in there. So
It's a pin
cut that
sleeve.
flush. And then
Wow, that's cool.
it'll come through. Oh, your meat mitten's leaking.
I'm leaking. Meat mitten. Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Woo.
Beevor. That's the J1C-40.
She's getting a little sloppy, it feels.
Oh, she's real sloppy. It's these ways, the aluminum beaver tail or whatever that's called, in the cast iron, shimmed with steel.
Yeah, with steel, no brass.
You got all three.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta fine tune these adjustment screws over here.
In Milwaukee.
No.
I got to use one of those ones. That was
Oh, they're not. Or Hogan's. Hogan's are the nice ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at. Ah, whatever.
We're going for that 15 mil. They have a little really thick, which is what we're doing wrong. Oh, that's cool.
You get one bloody thumbs up.
So I've got a little 2-inch stainless biscuit there. I'm gonna use it for a latch for this mechanism that we modified, which catches there, goes back, but we need something to actually physically retain the door to keep it from, or the gate from opening and closing. So I'm gonna take this little cut off, square it up, cut a channel in it, a 1/2 inch channel for that to ride in, and then I'm gonna profile either side, so when it closes, it'll just push back against it and then give it a little positive engagement in there. That's the plan, at least, so.
Cool.
Let's see if I can break some end mills.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, so what we have here is a quick rundown. This is our fish gate, and it is about to run down.
Yeah, all right.
Now we're going over to install it now. I got all the nooks and crannies with our handy dandy anti-rust coating. Just
Frame
in case
saver.
there's any industry trade secrets.
Mustard,
Yes, mustard.
metal mustard.
Yeah. Just so sometimes when you have really tight interactions, like right here, the powder, even though powder is incredible in getting all those little basic crannies, I just want to make sure that there's no light coverage areas that would be problematic down the line. But otherwise, I think we're ready to go make it a functioning piece of art, not just a aesthetic piece of art.
Yeah.
It's the function where the rubber meets the
Conjunction.
conjunction. What's your function?
All right.
Looking forward to making a customer happy. Yeah, I mean, just with powder, you have to be, well, Aaron already said it, but the tight areas in here, the powder, because it's electrostatically applied, it doesn't make it all the way down into the crevices sometimes. But, you know, in this particular coating, we did have a few issues with,
Like that.
oh, that's the gunky gunk.
That's the gunky, but we got like all this, like that's not a welded surface,
No,
you know?
and here too. That's very odd. That's not in the tubing, that's above it.
But
Ground, that's ground through.
That's ground-
That,
that's-
I would accept that as our fault, but not this.
agreed, yeah, and our lock covers that for sure. But yeah, this is unrelated.
Yeah.
and it's like there, and then also, you know, that's an untouched surface. So,
If you offer powder coating services in Roanoke, call me. It's High Street now, you see? Ooh, let's take our Pecron power unit in case the Taylors don't have an outlet outside.
That's a great
Yeah,
idea.
that's a great idea.
What is that, 1200?
1200.
Damn!
That's rad. Spike will be back. I don't want to put pressure on you, but everything's under your control. It's time to install the gates, and you're here, so you'll see it. I love this thing. Very Yep. Nice.
Would y'all look at that?
Little spring.
Yeah, I kind of feel like let's start here.
Yeah, let's get this post level. And, well, because this is curved and that's square and flat up against it, there's only one place it can go. So let's maybe soft mount it, and then we'll hang it and check operation and then go from there. Time to figure out what this deck is made of. I think it used to be wood. Oh yeah, there's a second layer of something there. That's good. Cork. Cork. Mouse pad material.
Soggy groundhog.
What a great name for like an indie band.
Yeah, soggy groundhog.
Groundhog lobotomy.
Yeah, right now.
I'm happy.
I'm free.
I don't care about numbers anymore.
I'm free.
Phase 1 cleanup, sponsored by Pecron. Yeah. What's awesome about that is that like now all of our wired tools are effectively battery powered. It's kind of
Take
cool.
that, Milwaukee.
Yeah. All right, let's do another hang before we really crank things in.
All right.
So the whole thing is leaned this way, just a smooch. Yeah, that reflects what I'm seeing over here.
Yeah, same.
So this works not quite as tight as I would want on there. I want to shim that out or go with a slightly longer barrel on there.
Well, by the time, if we want to fix this parallel, which I think we should, because of the, then we won't have an issue here because it will come over another 3/16 or so. So let's pull these off. That bottom plate does hold it.
Yeah.
Let's see what would happen if we didn't.
Yeah, that was
Pretty vibratory.
essential.
I promise I'm not just fishing for you were right. I'm just glad.
You were right.
I'm just glad
You were the rightest.
No, stop. Please don't. Please don't. Please, this thing you're doing, don't do it. I got the other two here.
Okay.
There it is.
Boom!
Wow, you nailed it.
Man.
What?
Yeah. That's the quality control of Capcom's bits right there. That might be the best brick I've ever drilled into. It's so solid and consistent the whole way through. Damn.
Damn, that's a good brick.
Damn, that's good brick. Very nice.
Oh wait, I painted this.
Oh,
If it matters.
I'd rather not take those back out.
Sure, yeah.
We can paint these here. Anxious test function. That's pretty slick, man. Doesn't auto close.
Well then flip it.
All right, so we do have to take them out. Just,
No, yeah,
dude,
that worked.
that is slick.
Yeah.
And it's heavy and it's chunky. Good boy. Good boy. You get a good boy.
Hey.
That's not me being by the way.
Yeah.
That's an inside joke.
Inside. We thrive on good boys.
Yeah. Where are the white screws?
They are on the bag on the rail.
Up on Wall Street.
It was your overly animated mouth. Oh! God, it's about time we had a win on an install.
I know, right?
Hell yeah, man. That's a job well jobbed. Well done, everyone. You pretty much touched this whole thing yourself, so nice work. The latch here in the corner, Aaron basically took the quarter of one of these shapes out and then incorporated the latch bracket into the structure of the design. It's really nice. Stainless strike plate is chef's kiss. Love the design specifically because I used to work with these, the panels that this was inspired by a lot over at Black Dog. You know, here's that before that's actually currently upstairs in the client's house at the top of the stairs. And then from that, we of course extrapolated this, and I'm sure you can see the resemblance. That was kind of the point. And it's white, it blends in with the white wraparound front porch, which I super love. And I guess the point here in a sort of historic home setting is if you make something like this, the idea is to have it look like it belongs and not like stand out like a sore thumb, you know, it's sort of like metal work. What?
New blackmail folder is getting created.
Yeah. The gloss white powder is really nice. Stainless Amazon gate latch, zhuzhed up. Cool. All right.
All right.
That's it. Cue the beauty shots. Also, shout out Pecron. I might as well go ahead and give it a little spot. This thing's great. The E600 LFP from Pecron. 3 AC outlets. You got 2 USB Type A's, 2 USB Type C's, one of which is 100-watt charging, so you can charge MacBook, cameras, whatever. You got a DC output, you know, your sort of cigar lighter situation here. You've got buttons for the DC side of things, AC side of things. You've got a wireless charger. Yep.
Oh.
Charging wirelessly. You've got DC input for a solar panel array, and then you've got the charging port. So great package. We're gonna use it all the time on these field installs. You know, when we're not sure what the outlet situation is, we're gonna grab one of these. We can run our hammer drills and vacuums and all kinds of stuff off of it. Thanks, Pacron. You should go check one out if you'd be in the market for something like that. And it's a, you know, generators make noise and take gas. This thing's dead quiet. Link in the description.